They've been on the prowl, undefeated to this point in the season. But they're going to face a stiff challenge here in this one. It's the Vikings going up against the Bears. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup. Let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
And Sam Bradford, he has touch and accuracy, and he has it in bushels. This guy is amazing. If you watch him throw 7-on-7. Or watch him throw routes versus air, the ball hardly ever hits the ground. He's absolutely a receiver's dream when going out for a pass.
Murray, the lone setback. They'll get the football here. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So 2nd and 10 here. They go with Murray again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now the punter, Ryan Quigley, is on in his 4th season out of Boston College. what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback in his 4th season now out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Hope accompanied this young man when he came out of West Virginia, and many thought he would be one of the top starters in the league by about this time in his career. That hasn't happened, but no one has abandoned the thought that maybe he can still get to that level.
Tight right. You got 4.
They come up in an offset eye. The first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's Keith Marshall. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. We see this offense, and we see Jeremy Langford, certainly a guy to watch in this game.
He plays a game with great determination, Brandon. In college, he played multiple positions before settling in at running back. He made the right choice.
I got one. Ball.
Ready. 319.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he fires one incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. 3rd down here. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Switch up.
Ready. Flag. Check 3.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. For the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
Now, they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking to add those points with great field position. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Again, it's Murray. Uses the stiff arm. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their big tight end, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them.
And that's caught at the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Here's Connor Barth for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But the strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Bradford. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this will be taken at the 13. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's brought in by Kevin White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Now Gino on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Smith now on second down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll need to get the play off quickly. This is Marshall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. 7-all is the score. And we're back to Soldier Field after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third. Playing coverage here. Out of the gun, Smith. He hits White, complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew, so they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense who said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Bradford going to give it to Murray. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Bradford. Survey, and the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Marshall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. 3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
And here's Marshall. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Sharif Floyd makes the stop. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. They'll run with Marshall, and some room to work. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Cut it left. Cut it left. Four down.
Ready. Flag 32.
56. Flag 56. It's going to be.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Slow. Ready. Flag. Two jet. Z.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He completes it right side to White. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Defense. The penalty is declined.
I got 83. BBB.
On 1st and 10, Bradford over the middle here to Rudolph. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bradford now from the 50. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down, Bradford. And complete, right side to tight end Rudolph. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Forbath will put this one through. So we've reached halftime. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's Smith. It's grabbed over the middle by White. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Bears are going to get a first. Charles on the slant. You always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
On first down, Smith. He completes it to Peak. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
That's complete to White. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On first and 10, Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rashawn Perriman with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the... It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Hey, blue 45. Blue 45.
A play fake. Bradford. He's got time. He's going to wind up and air it out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do.
And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Rashad Perriman with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Sherrills. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. This is Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Still first down.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Defense showing blitz. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And his throw here's incomplete. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Slow. 2-10.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jarrell Freeman in on the stop. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Finding time. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They are going for it. It's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one. Deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll run it here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out here in the eye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Geno Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Barth now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bears defense now back out onto the field. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Well, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first.
one thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Bradford on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Short yardage, Bradford. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Forbath to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't...
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. Bradford now to throw on first down. Surveying the field. It's complete to Diggs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Bradford on 1st down. Over the middle here to Wilson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's the option going right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Bradford to throw it. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 4th and 4.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. He's got time. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Kevin White and company heading back onto the field. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Rashad Perriman with a career-high 4-touchdown game. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what a fantastic day. A brand new record, and we were here to witness it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Single, that's single slot. Here we go now. Green, 90.
First down, Bradford. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here we go. Left.
A second down throw for Bradford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Ten yards to go on third.
Hey, boys, got four down.
Left. Green, 90.
On third down, Bradford. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now a first down following that long gain.
Black 58 rail.
On first and 10, Bradford. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Bradford now. Complete to Wright. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll throw again. Bradford. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
Black 58 rail. Black 58.
Again, it's Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
To the air again with Bradford. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Bradford. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the first-rounder, Leonard Floyd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. Well, they have not had their best performance tonight in this one, partner.
And you know it's tough? And I don't know how it is for you, but building towards a night game, that crescendo.
I didn't play.
But
you tell me.
But us getting ready to broadcast. Sometimes you want to do it a little bit earlier, right? You feel your peak coming. Maybe that's what happened with them, that somewhere in the day they should have kicked off earlier because by the time we got to the night, things tended to fall flat.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got 4 down, 4 down. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. Breaking in.